The movie opens up showing a text explaining the origin of the word sicario, which is from the time when Jewish zealots hunted the Romans who occupied Jerusalem. In Mexico, the word means hitman. Welcome to Movieland. Please help us grow by subscribing and turning on the notifications. It means us a lot. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy. In Chandler, Arizona, a SWAT team advances on a house where they suspect hostages are being held by Mexican Sinaloa cartel leader, Manuel Diaz. Kate Macer, an American FBI agent in charge of the kidnapping response team, and her partner Reggie, crash through the front of the house with their van. They capture several suspects, and when a man tries to shoot Kate, she kills him. They observe a head wrapped in plastic inside a hole caused by the bad guy's weapon. A forensic team takes the house apart and finds 42 bodies hidden in the walls with bags over their heads in various stages of decay. Kate's superior Dave calls her inside. 2 officers find a padlocked hatch in the floor of a shed outside. When they open it, a bomb explodes, killing 2 officers. Kate is traumatized and wounded. At the FBI offices in Phoenix, Kate meets Matt. He is in charge of an operation to catch Diaz. Kate is invited to join the team as an advisor, and she agrees to volunteer so she can help catch the men responsible for the deaths she witnessed that day. In Mexico, Silvio is in bed. His son tells him that he has a soccer match later that day. Silvio eats breakfast and wears his police uniform as he walks to his car. On board the federal jet for the flight, she meets a mysterious Spanish-speaking man who introduces himself as Alejandro. The team arrives in El Paso. They are warned during a briefing that they may be the target of a hit squad when returning to the U.S. the border crossing. She learns that Alejandro was a prosecutor from Cartagena, Colombia. In Mexico, they spot a police car who is not part of their team, pacing them on a parallel street, apparently acting as a spotter. They drive up to the crowded U.S. entry station and are held up by long lines. Alejandro spots 2 cars nearby filled with suspicious individuals. He alerts everyone on their team in the nearby cars. The cops slowly move out of their vehicles and approach the gang members. One of them gets out of their car slowly as well, gun in hand. The officers tell him to lower his weapon, but he raises his weapon, and he and everyone else in the car is quickly killed. One of the gang members in the other car also draws his weapon and he and the others in the car are killed. Kate also shoots a bandit sneaking up on her vehicle. On the U.S. side of the border, they enter a prison. Kate argues with Matt about shooting the individuals on the Mexican side of the border, as well as the way the mission is being conducted. Matt watches Alejandro torture Guillermo. The 2 men have a history. Outside, the stress causes Kate to start smoking again. The team drives to Tucson to question Mexican illegal aliens who have been removed from transport buses returning them to Mexico. Alejandro wants to talk to the individuals apprehended near Nogales. They question the men to determine to identify the location of a secret tunnel under the border that Guillermo revealed to them. At a hotel room, Alejandro speaks with several illegal immigrants and gets them to identify the location of the tunnel entrance. The team surveils a bank where they believe they will find a woman who has been depositing money tied to the Mexican drug cartels. They arrest the woman, and in their search, the team finds bags of money intended to be laundered and wrapped in blue-pink wristbands. The bank manager shows the feds that the cartels have been repaying $17 million in fictitious loans, which are not reported. Kate wants to arrest Diaz, but Matt won't let her. Kate wants to make a case to prosecute, but even her boss doesn't agree with her. Reggie and Kate go out for drinks that night. Reggie introduces Kate to an acquaintance, Ted, an off-duty Phoenix cop. After a few drinks, Kate goes to her apartment with Ted. Then she sees a wristband with his keys like ones they found around the money earlier that day. Kate tries to get away, but they struggle and she reaches for her weapon. Ted strangles Kate until Alejandro walks in and points his gun in Ted's face, making him release Kate. Ted is arrested and placed in the police vehicle. Matt threatens Ted and his daughter. Alejandro beats him until Ted tells him what he knows about Diaz and other corrupt U.S. cops. The team succeeds in taking away a substantial amount of money from Diaz's account, forcing him to make his return to Mexico. Matt decides to attack the tunnel to force the drug cartel to react. They gear up and head towards the tunnel. Matt tells Kate to stay out of the way. She is only there because the CIA needs a U.S. agent attached to a domestic agency to work within the U.S. The team enters the tunnel at night. Alejandro and the Delta Force team lead a running gun battle with the smugglers and mules inside. Kate and Reggie follow nervously. On the Mexican side, Alejandro observes Silvio unloading drugs from his police vehicle in a warehouse above the tunnel entrance. Kate sees Alejandro apprehend Silvio and hold him at gunpoint. Kate attempts to stop Alejandro, but he shoots her purposefully in her vest and tells her to never aim a weapon at him again. He takes Silvio and forces him into his police car. He gives Silvio directions while coordinating with the Americans. Back on the American side of the border, Kate is the last person out of the tunnel. She angrily punches Matt, but he calms her down. She learns that Alejandro is not a Mexican federal agent, but an assassin originally a member of the Colombian cartel. He has been hired by the CIA to catch Diaz's boss, Fausto, the local head of the Mexican Sinaloa cartel. The Mexican Sinaloa cartel decapitated Alejandro's wife and threw their daughter into a vat of acid. The CIA thinks they can control drugs better if the Colombians are in charge. Alejandro forces Silvio to drive until they see Diaz's car. Alejandro makes Silvio pull Diaz over and tells Silvio to order Diaz to step out of the car. Silvio walks out to confront Diaz, when Alejandro shoots Silvio in the back, killing him, and wounds Diaz in the leg. He forces Diaz to drive to his boss's house. Alejandro arrives at Fausto's palatial, gated estate and kills all the guards outside and in the house. He exits the house and finds Fausto having dinner with his wife and 2 sons on the patio. He aims his gun at Fausto and tells the wife and boys to continue eating and to stay calm. Fausto tells Alejandro that his wife wouldn't like what he's become, a lawyer turned hitman. Alejandro brings up his daughter. Fausto says it was nothing personal, but Alejandro says it is for him. He tells Fausto in Spanish, "Time to meet God." He kills his wife and 2 sons, to Fausto's horror. Alejandro tells him to finish his meal, and then kills Fausto. Alejandro slips into Kate's apartment unseen late at night. He hands her a document and orders her to sign it, confirming that everything they did was by the book. Kate refuses to sign it. Alejandro holds a gun under her chin, stating she'll be committing suicide if she doesn't sign. He wipes tears away from her cheeks while never removing the gun. Kate reluctantly signs. Alejandro leaves and tells her to go to a smaller town where the rules of law still apply. Kate grabs her gun as he walks away, aims it at him from her balcony. He turns around and waits for her to pull the trigger, but she just slowly lowers it and lets him walk away. In the end, it's shown that in Mexico, Silvio's son stands over his father's empty bedside, almost as if he knows his father won't be coming home. His mother takes him to his soccer match. During the game, everybody hears gunshots in the distance. They quickly carry on with the game. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.